first day at Cedar Point. This is going to be amazing. Everywhere you look, there's a roller coaster. I am ready for this beauty. Holy shit, it's one of the best coasters in the world. Look at this here behind me, Top Thrill 2, but of course it's closed. We're here for 3 days here at Cedar Point. I'm here for the very first time and I'm going to have 3 days of a lot of fun on all these roller coasters. It's a shame of course that Top Thrill 2 is closed, but anyway, there are still a lot of other really great world-class roller coasters, so I'm really looking forward to it. Let's go to the entrance. Alright, we just entered here for our first day here at Cedar Point. We just got our, because we're staying at Hotel Breakers, we have a ride and refresh thing with a drink wristband. So every 15 minutes we get like a free drink. But like I said, we just entered the park at the entrance, the hotel entrance. On entering the park, you immediately have Top Thrill 2, but like everyone knows, of course, Top Thrill 2 is closed, unfortunately. It opened on the 4th of May, I believe, or the 2nd of May, I don't know, I'm not sure. But after only like maybe a week, it already closed down again, which is such a shame because I really looked forward to this one. But unfortunately I will not be able to ride it this weekend probably. Doesn't really matter because next year, maybe, fingers crossed, next year I will be back here for a road trip with a lot of American parks, including Cedar Point and hopefully Top Thrill 2 here. But anyway, there are, like I said, a lot of other great rides here in the park, and we're going to explore all of these in the next 3 days. Look at this, so close, so close. Anyway, look at that thing. It looks really huge in person, by the way. If you're standing right next to it, it looks really big. But yeah, not opening today. And look at this thing. But here across Top Thrill 2 we have probably the first ride of the day and my very first ride here at Cedar Point, which is Corkscrew. Let's do it. Alright, that was Corkscrew here, our very first ride here at Cedar Point. It's an oldie, of course. It's I believe it's an aerodynamics coaster. It's the first triple looping coaster, actually. They announced that in the station. I was not aware of that. It's a fun one, but it's not the best. It's an oldie, of course. But the first part is very nice, like the first drop, and then you have like an airtime hill, which was kind of surprising, but it had quite some airtime. The rest of the ride with the looping and the two corkscrews, not really that much spectacular. It's a bit rattly also because it's quite an old one, of course. So not the best coaster, but it's a fun starter here, of course, for my very first visit here at Cedar Point. And I really have to step away from this area because I cannot watch this coaster not riding here. Anyway, let's get to our next ride. Okay, and next one here, the Power Tower. Right, so we did both the shot and shot as the drop tower here from Power Tower. Great ride, but it's not really that spectacular anymore. I did a lot of shot and drop towers from SNS in the past year, so they're quite okay. I personally like the drop tower more than the shot tower, and also we had a really great view on the whole park, but especially on Top Trail 2. And it's amazing, by the way, if you're on top of the both towers, you have such a spectacular view on Cedar Point. It's really crazy to see how many roller coasters this park has. Everywhere you look, there's a roller coaster. Everywhere you look, it's crazy. The skyline of this park, I've not seen anything like this anywhere yet. It's mind-blowing, and especially when you're here at the top, you don't even come close to the top of this spike of Top Trail 2. This thing is huge. It's really huge. It's also cool to see, by the way, you have this spike here, and then you have where is it? There is the top hat. The distance between the spike and the top hat, we cannot grasp it on pictures or videos. This thing is huge. Maybe 25, fingers crossed. But Top Trail 2, I will be riding you soon. Here you have a nice view on the two corkscrews of Corkscrew. There it is. Great to see such a classic still in a park like this, because there are so many more modern roller coasters here, so it's great to see that they didn't get rid of this one and keep this one as kind of a classic ride here, which is cool. Alright, next up is this beauty here, Valravn B&M dive coaster, and I'm extremely hyped for this one because I've not done that much B&M dive coasters, actually only one, which is Valravn 1898 in the Efteling, which is a smaller model. This is like the first big model I'm going to ride, and it's actually open because I've been standing before Shikra in Busch Gardens twice, both in 2017 and January of this year. Both times it was closed, so this will be my first real big B&M dive coaster, so I'm extremely excited for this one. Look at this thing, it's huge. Going to come off that drop. I don't see it, there it is. Oh my god.
I don't trust you.
Alright, unfortunately Valravn is closed due to technical issues. It will reopen soon, but in the meantime we're going to ride Blue Streak here, which is an older wooden coaster. It doesn't look very spectacular. It reminds me a lot of the Woodstock Express actually at Kings Island, which was more like a kiddie coaster. Okay, maybe this one's a bit bigger. I don't know. We'll have to see, but let's ride Blue Streak. Okay, I'm taking my words back. The Blue Streak is not like Woodstock Express in Kings Island. This one is for sure much more rough and more thrilling than Woodstock Express. Although it's quite an old one, of course. It's a fun one. It's quite a smooth one, but there's not a lot of airtime actually. I expected a bit more of that, but it's just a fun one. But I think I'm going to ride it just once this weekend. I believe there are much better coasters in this park, and the next one is going to be this one because it's open again, so let's do it. So I just did my first big dive coaster here, Valravn. It's a really, really great one. We rode it in the front row and it's just such a cool experience actually. Especially the first drop, you have like at the top the holding brake, which keeps you dangling there for a few seconds before dropping down, and then you have that huge big drop. I expected a little bit more maybe of that huge drop, but it was still pretty cool, pretty intense. But the rest of the ride is also pretty nice. You have like a second smaller vertical or almost vertical drop, but then the ending is actually the ending was actually also quite surprisingly fun, because you have like that zero-G kind of inversion with a lot of hang time. Actually, I was quite surprised how much hang time that sorry for the noise. I was quite surprised how much hang time that inversion has, and then yeah, following that inversion you have like a last airtime hump, pretty much airtime actually. So it was quite yeah, quite a nice ending of the ride. But anyway, Valravn is approved. Great dive coaster. By the way, we have to stay hydrated today. We have this unlimited drink program wristbands, which we have with the hotel we're having here. We're staying at Hotel Breakers. You have every 15 minutes a free drink. This one is one, yeah, we don't have it in Europe. What is it called? Mellow yellow?
Mellow yellow, strawberry orange.
Strawberry orange. It looks like poison. It's very sugary. I have just a normal mellow yellow. I think it's just, I don't know, orange or something, but it's yellow. I really have no idea what I'm drinking actually. Oh my god, there's like a school band. I don't know what it is. Wait, 1 second. Look how cool. That's funny. Reminds me of Bandcamp, of that movie, what's it called? American Pie. But anyway, very nice entertainment here in the park. I believe we're all actually at the entrance area of the park, or the real entrance area, because we didn't came in via the main entrance, but at the Hotel Breakers where we are staying at. And there at the end is of course Gatekeeper, the B&M wing coaster. I only did Phoenix in Toverland so far in the Netherlands. So I'm really curious how this wing coaster here will be. Really looking forward to this one. So let's find the entrance to it. I have no idea where it is actually. I should use a map maybe, but there are so many roller coasters, so many rides here. You everywhere you look you see roller coasters, but it's very difficult to see where the actual station and queue line is of all these roller coasters wrapping around the park here. It's really cool to see actually. Okay, after that hydration, it's time for some food actually. We came here in the park at 12. It's now around 2 o'clock I think. And we still haven't eaten except for some breakfast earlier today when we left Cincinnati, which is a long time ago already. So we're quite kind of hungry. We're going to eat here at Hugo's, something with okay, it's very busy here. Okay, no, not the best idea. Okay, let's skip that plan. Too much people here inside. And here's the band again. Look at that. Funny. But since we're here at the entrance area, let's do Raptor, the B&M inverted coaster. Okay, my opinion on Raptor here. It's a very fun layout, of course, because I already knew what to expect. It's the same model, same B&M inverted. as a Monster in Walligator in France. That's probably the only interesting roller coaster at that park. In this park, it's not the most interesting one. It's still a very, very good inverted coaster with a fun layout. But compared to the vest restraints from Banshee, which we did yesterday and the day before at Kings Island, this one is this is just not it. I really don't like these just bulky normal restraints, shoulder restraints from B&M. They're bulky. You bang your head quite sometimes on certain moments. Those vest restraints, in my opinion, are just much more comfortable. And actually, Bart didn't like the vest restraints on Banshee, but how did you like the restraints on this one? The vest restraints are better, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Finally I convinced him. And we're back here in line at Hugo's, the Pizza Pasta Perfecto restaurant. The line is as long as earlier, so I guess we will just wait here and just be a little bit more patient. I'm really full. My stomach is really full. I ate the pasta. He ate some pizza, I believe.
Pizza was better than the pasta.
No, the pasta was better. Anyway, we had some pasta, we had some breadsticks as sides, we also had some tiramisu, and of course the free drink. But in my opinion, there was a bit too much, maybe. The pasta and the pizza were okayish. They were not spectacularly good, but anyway, we had some nice junk food again. Hooray! Now we're off to our next ride, but I don't think we're going in the right direction because we're actually at the entrance of the park, as you can see. There is no real rides here except for the carousel, and I'm not really going to ride a carousel here when there's so many great coasters here. But we have Gatekeeper here, but the station is not here. Now Gatekeeper is, for those who don't know, Gatekeeper, it's a wing coaster from B&M. Very much the same kind of ride type as, for example, Phoenix in Toverland. That's the only wing coaster I did so far. But this one is a bit bigger, I believe. Look at it. Look at this going. Can you see it? Oh, look how cool. Whee! Over the entrance here, which is why it's called Gatekeeper. Really cool coaster, but the station is actually somewhere over there, so we're clearly not in the right spot here. But anyway, let's get there. But since we entered the park via the Hotel Breakers entrance there, it's nice to see how the view is when you enter from the main entrance, which is pretty cool with their Raptor, the B&M inverted. But at the very end of this, what is it, midway kind of pathway, you have, of course, Top Thrill 2, you have the Power Tower, Valravn, really cool view, really amazing. And it's funny because from this side of the park you don't see a lot of all the roller coasters. If you enter via the other side, via the entrance which we entered, you see a lot more roller coaster tracks, left, right. It's a very, very different experience if you enter from that entrance, actually, in my opinion. Something which I also want to try out is this one here, the Sky Ride, which brings you all the way over there somewhere. I'm not sure if it's going all the way to the end of the park or the middle of the park. I'm not sure, but it just looks like a very fun thing with some nice views of the park and all the roller coasters here. So definitely going to try out that one later. But first, let's find the entrance of this little not little, but this beauty here, this B&M wing coaster Gatekeeper. So we're here at the boardwalk area, which is I think new from last year or 2 years ago, I'm not sure. But there's also like this MaXair thing, the frisbee ride, giant frisbee, same as Delirium in Kings Island. or Sledgehammer in Bobby Island, but of course the main reason why we're here at this area is Gatekeeper. Really looking forward to this one. Doesn't look as nice as Phoenix in Toverland. That station is a bit more nicely themed, but anyway, I hope, fingers crossed, I think and I hope that this wing coaster will be better than Phoenix, but let's see. Okay, in the meantime we did Gatekeeper and MaXair here. Gatekeeper is the wing coaster, incredible wing coaster by the way, as I thought it would be. But I have to admit, although the length on this one is much better than the length of the wing coaster I did so far, Phoenix in Toverland, I have to admit that the forces of Phoenix in Toverland are maybe a bit better. And also the inversions there are more fun. When getting up the ride in Toverland, I more have a feeling of, yeah, that was a really great ride. While here I have more feeling of, yeah, this was a fun ride. But the one in Toverland is a bit better. Although this one is longer, which is a positive thing on this one, because the one in Toverland is really short in my opinion. But anyway, they're both really great. I really like this one also. But then the other one here, MaXair, the giant frisbee from Huss, which is the same as Delirium in Kings Island and Sledgehammer in Bobby Island. Same opinion actually as the one in Kings Island. Fun ride, really great trail ride, but Sledgehammer in Bobby Island still stays my favorite. It looks not only better, but it feels like the one in Bobby Island just is going much higher, probably because of the environment, because of the trees surrounding the ride in Bobby Island, while here there is no trees, making it maybe psychologically seem like it's not as high, although it's the exact same ride of course. But yeah, for some reason I like the one in Bobby Island a lot more. And after those two rides we're going for our next ride. It will not be the Wild Mouse here, because that one is a bit busy at this moment. It's just a Wild Mouse. I want to experience some better rides at this moment. Windseeker here is also closed, as you can see. The same ride as the one in Kings Island, so I already did that one. It's a fun ride, but not really that spectacular, so I'm not really missing out on a lot here. But it's closed at this moment, I guess due to maybe the wind, because yeah, I'm not sure if you can see it, but you're next to Lake Erie, so it's a bit of a windy location maybe at the lakeside. But we're going for some other rides then. Not sure where we're walking to, but I guess it will be another roller coaster, because there are so many roller coasters in this park. But let's see. Great to see, by the way, the weather is getting a lot better today. This morning it was very rainy when we drove here, and then when we entered the park it was still very gray, and now it's just, it's still a little bit cloudy, but it's just warm as hell. It's really hot outside. Everyone is having a time of their lives here in the great weather in this great park. I'm already loving it so far. We still have to do the greatest and the best roller coasters in this park, like for example Steel Vengeance, Iron Gwazi, Maverick. I mean, Iron Gwazi is not in this park. So Steel Vengeance, why do I keep saying Iron Gwazi? Steel Vengeance, Maverick, Magnum XL. There is Millennium Force, of course. So very, very big, great roller coasters coming up later. And the next big ride coming up, I forgot to mention, is Rougarou here. I think it's a V&M floorless coaster. We're going to look for the entrance of this one and ride it. I don't actually know a lot about this ride because there are so many well-known world-class rides here in this park. But like this one, it's not mentioned a lot. It's not a very well-known, very popular roller coaster, I guess, compared to, for example, Valravn or Maverick or Steel Vengeance or Top Thrill 2 or Millennium Force and such. But it looks like kind of a big one also, so I guess this one is just maybe a hidden gem. We'll see. Okay, now I know why this ride is not that much talked about, because really seriously, awful ride.
My ears are crushed.
Yeah, it's a fun layout, but the restraints are the most painful thing on the whole ride. You constantly bump into your restraints with your head or with your ears. It's really painful actually. The whole ride long, I was not enjoying it. I was just thinking, oh my god, let it stop, because this is so painful, really. It looks cool. It has a nice layout, but seriously, those trains and those restraints need to be changed. Or maybe you need some travel pillow for your ears, but I don't think they will allow that on this ride. But anyway, we're doing the next ride, and I see something very, very interesting here. I'm really excited because this here is Millennium Force, one of Cedar Point's most well-known and biggest roller coasters here in the park. There's even a full train. And I just cannot wait to ride this one. So let's get somewhere there and do this ride. Holy shit, this was really a great roller coaster. It's the same kind of roller coaster as, for example, Expedition G-Force at the Holiday Park, which I did a few weeks earlier. But this one, you cannot really compare it. This one is so much bigger. But while Expedition G-Force had a lot more like airtime moments, this one is more about the speed and the G-forces, because of the speed and because of the some moments where you're really going really fast, low on the ground, it really pulls quite some G-forces actually. This is really, I did not expect this actually from this ride. It's not, it has some airtime moments, but not as much as, for example, Expedition G-Force, but it's crazy high and it's crazy fast actually. So a really, really great coaster, Millennium Force. We had to wait like quite some time for it, unfortunately, so I'm not sure if we will be doing this one a lot during these 3 days, but I'm going to ride it for sure a few more times, because this one is really, really amazing. And also the view you have on that lift hill and top hat over the lake and over the park is really great. Now let's get some drinks again, because after waiting in line, we're kind of thirsty with this heat. Okay, this is the exit apparently. Let's get some drinks. Okay, so we're having a drink here. Bart decided to get another cup. This time it's root beer.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. It smells and it tastes disgusting. I really don't know what kind of drinks Americans like to drink, but it smells a bit like, yeah, in Belgium we have a product in the pharmacy called Perio 8, which is to clean your teeth a bit. It's it smells like that. It's really oh, disgusting. Really disgusting. I don't know how people are able to drink this. Oh, man. Sorry, Americans, but root beer, disgusting. And looking at the environment here, it seems like we're getting closer to the Wild West area. And we all know what kind of rides can be found there, what kind of rides actually. First of all, Maverick. Secondly, Steel Vengeance. Oh my god. But here, nice view on the first drop of Millennium Force also. Look at this huge thing. If you see it in person, it's even huger. Really amazing. But here we are in the western themed area of the park at the back here. Oh my god, there's actual animals here. Oh my god. Animals! Oh, look at this! Look how cute! Sheep! And our goat. Is it sheep or is it a goat? It's a sheep. Hello! 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 Oh, they're so soft. Okay, not that soft. Sorry. Yeah! They're on such a small space here, what the hell? Okay, I really love seeing these animals, but really, they have so little space here. It's a bit awful actually. They should have a lot more space. But still, they're quite cute. Look at these. Ooh. There's actually more animals here. Look at these. Meh. It's kind of feathery. Having a bad hair day, I guess. Anyway, we're going for our next ride. Okay, Bart saw something. I have to follow him. I'm not sure where we're going yet. Oh my god! Oh my god! Look at that! Look at this! I'm not sure if it's alpacas or llamas actually. They more look like llamas. They're different than the ones, the alpacas in Valravn. If you haven't seen that video, by the way, check it out here, or here, I think it's here. But I think it's llamas here. But really, really cute to see here. But all these animals here are some goats, but they're all in such small spaces. What the hell? But they're so cute. Oh, hello. Hello. Hello, cutie. Hello. 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 Yeah. Oh, they're so cute. But really, they should have a lot more space, in my opinion. This is a bit sad, actually. Oh, so cute. Hello. Hello. Okay, I'm being ignored again. It feels like a flashback to Valravn, being ignored by animals. Hello. Anyone would like to talk to me? Would you like to talk to me? No? Okay. Oh, this is a cute one. Hello.
Get off my property.
Hello. Okay. Okay, I'm leading my some donkeys. Oh, what is it? Yeah, it's donkeys. Oh, look at this. Ooh, so cute. Look at these. So cute.
Mommy, can I get one?
They haven't spit on me yet. I've been fine.
Oh, look at that one. Look at that one. They're really so cute, really. But I think after looking closer, I think it's actually alpacas and not llamas. There's even a horse. Wait, can I turn this? Look at that. Oh, so cute. Hello. Horsies. Woo. Okay, never mind. In that case, the love is over. No, okay, the love is not over. Anyway, I'm going for the next ride and I already see it. Oh my god, seeing this in person, so cool. Look at that. There, do you see it? No, you don't really see it. Look at that. Maverick. According to many people, one of the best coasters in the world. I'm looking forward to ride this one. It looks kind of small, but looks are deceiving, I think. Because I think this is going to be quite a intense ride. So let's do it. Art, are you ready? Are you ready for this coaster? Do you know what to expect?
No.
No?
I'm watching, you're good.
Then just be surprised because this is going to be amazing. Holy moly, that ride was crazy. Maverick really, I totally get why people rank this high in their top 5 or top 10 in the world. This is such a great coaster. The speed of the ride, the fast transitions, the snappiness of it, it's such a cool one. There's also like some airtime moments. It's not really about the airtime on this ride, but it's more about the speed and the snappy transition that is just so cool on this ride. Really great coaster. We rode it in the front row, which was really nice. You also have that cool view on the track. It's really a cool one. The second launch is also quite powerful actually, but just the snappy transitions, loved it. I was trying to keep my hands up the whole time, but on some moments with some very fast transitions, I quickly grabbed my restraints because I was afraid of breaking my neck. It was really cool. A really great ride. Bart did not know what to expect on this ride. How was it?
Good, very good.
Good, very good. Did you expect the speed and the It was really cool. He was not expecting what would happen, and it was his face afterwards was like, okay, that was quite something. It was really a great ride. And after this great ride, I am ready for this beauty. I've been waiting for this one for such a long time. I was hyped for Top Thrill 2, I was hyped for Maverick, but I'm really hyped for Steel Vengeance. I rode Iron Gwazi a few months ago. That one was amazing, and this is kind of similar. It's of course from the same manufacturer as Iron Gwazi RMC, and it just looks It just looks so cool. Look at this thing. I already know I'm going to love this ride. I actually, hopefully, my first ride will be in the last row, because I think that will be the craziest on this ride, but we'll see. Alright, so we rode Steel Vengeance here. Great roller coaster. It's very reminiscent to Iron Gwazi, obviously, because it's the same manufacturer and they're both not that old. But same as Iron Gwazi, I just loved this coaster. The airtime is great, the speed is great, the inversions are great. It's just a really cool roller coaster. I really loved it. And it's at this moment maybe my favorite coaster in the park. But it's hard to choose because there are a lot of great coasters already today, and tomorrow is another day with a lot more coasters. But we rode quite some coasters already today, and we're going back to the hotel because it's almost closing time of the park. We still have quite some coasters to do, but that's for tomorrow or the day after. Today we're going to wrap it up and get back to the hotel. Let's see how the hotel room is actually. So here we are in our hotel room at Hotel Breakers. Look at this nice hotel room here. And here we're going to stay for 3 nights because we have 3 days here at Cedar Point. We have a nice view also on the pool. There is also the Lake Erie there, and on this side, I'm not sure if you can see it, you have the park. So that was our day here at Cedar Point, day 1. We're going to relax a little bit and enjoy a good night rest, and then tomorrow we're off for day 2 at Cedar Point, but that's for another video. See ya!